Hey everybody. This week one, discussion board one, we are to review Exhibit 1.4, Common Mechanisms of Oppression, on page 20 of our text, and choose two of the mechanisms that you can identify with because you have observed the mechanism in action or you were involved in the mechanism. What was the situation that you observed or were involved in, and how did seeing or experiencing that situation affect you? If the situation occurred more than 6 months ago, how has that changed your perspective of the event? So the ones that I went with, the two that I went with, was the other, those who fall outside the norm but are defined in relation to it, seen as abnormal, inferior, or marginalized. And the other was invisibility, keeping the other's existence, everyday life, and achievements unknown. The reason that I chose these is because I have actually been involved in these mechanisms as a child or as an adult who survived severe childhood abuse and trauma. These were two of the things that, among pretty much all of the other mechanisms, and I should have mentioned those at first, and I will mention those after this. But those two mechanisms were two that I lived with on a daily basis. At the time, I felt like I was different. That I was outside of that norm of what my parents were, what, my sibling was. Because I was always, compared to him. Why can't you be like him? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? And then the invisibility, keeping the other's existence and everyday life and achievements unknown. Those were things that were not to be talked about. They were not to be recognized. The way that I saw it then was, like I said, I did feel different. And I felt like the things that I did not matter. They were not important. They were not noteworthy. Now, I see that had nothing to do with me. That had everything to do with them. It was not a reflection upon myself. It was a reflection upon my parents, and I see that now. The other mechanisms of oppression would be economic power and control, myth of scarcity, defined norm, the other, invisibility, distortion, stereotyping, violence and the threat of violence, lack of prior claim, blaming the victim, internalized oppression, horizontal hostility, isolation, assimilation, tokenism, and emphasis on individual solutions. Thank you.